we're live. We're live. What do you think of that one?
Nice.
Yeah, something different. I figure I'll play with it until I find what I like.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah,
go with it like that. Good day, everyone, and welcome to High Level Talk, the 12-volt news show where we're going to talk about the news. Good morning, good morning. You know, last night, the weather. Let's get the weather out of the way.
Right now it's very sunny
And humid.
and humid.
And if you wear a mask, you get it cool. Which you
With
wear a
glasses.
mask. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't see. That'd be the one nice thing when this is over that I can't wait to go back to is like
course.
being able to walk outside
Oh.
and like see. That would
It
be
is,
wonderful.
It is horrible.
It sucks. Anyways, one of the things that someone was asking me last night that I thought we'd talk about for a second, only because we've dealt with this ongoing struggle with getting product.
Yes.
And so, oh wait, you know what? Before we go any further, I know what I forgot to do. Sponsor of the show today is Ground Zero. Ground Zero, 25 years, celebrating. 25th anniversary is right now. They're the sponsor of the show today. And today, could you grab a mug?
Yeah.
Today, at the halfway point, someone will be winning a nice mug. That's right, you'll get this cool... Let's get away from that. Oh, we got this cool Ground Zero mug here, so we'll be giving this away so you can sit here in the Friday mornings and sip your coffee.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so thank you Ground Zero for supporting the show. Back to what I was saying real quick. Supply chain. We're having supply chain issues in the 12-volt industry and most major industries like
Yes,
the
correct.
switcher that we ordered to do this. We actually ordered back in, it just come out and we ordered it back in March. And it took us 3 months to get it because on back order. The camera, the wireless camera interface for it that we ordered, we've been waiting for over a month now.
Correct.
The microphones that I ordered came
came.
Boom. But, I mean, they were on order for a month, so I got lucky. I just sat there and waited, and then they showed up. What I'm getting at is, in the 12-volt, it's no different. There's two ways to get product to the United States.
Correct.
Airplane and boat. Now, if on the other side of that airplane and boat, they're having supply chain issues, meaning employees can't come to work, they can't get things made, then it doesn't matter. But cost of flying product in, which you think, well, I'll just fly it in, has quadrupled.
Yes.
Because there's no planes flying. So the cost of flying in, we were talking to Joe the other day, and he was talking about how expensive it is to fly. Like, he was giving us what he normally spends in a year, and he's already doubled that, and it's like he was 6 months into this. So this was like back in July, so 7 months in. He's already doubled his annual cost of shipping products back and forth. We're normally, so that is part of the problem with why. And so what that means is that products have to go up in price. So now products that were said price in January when everything was going to be rocking and rolling and heavy duty and we'd already taken in consideration all the price changes and all that stuff that had come 2 years previous, boom, now it's just getting to here is costing way more money.
So just don't get mad of you retailers or whatever you order. Like just be patient. Everybody's suffering for this, so
in their own little way, we're all losing
we
our
are
minds.
suffering. Like yesterday, we talk about our supplies.
JL is running low on theirs. Rockford is almost out of all their stuff. We talked to yesterday in 5 Minutes with 5 Star. We talked about Joe's story walking into the warehouse at Kicker. So yeah, in AMP, I talked to my AMP rep Artie. You guys know Artie every single day. They have 3 warehouses throughout the United States, and it's literally just moving stuff will come in at California, but now coming into California, you can only work so many hours. You can only have so many employees. And that's their main distribution hub is in California. So it's like, and they can't change it to anywhere else. They're trying to. They're literally having stuff now offloaded at the port and just trucked to one of their other facilities. But like the closest one there is like Missouri or Las Vegas or something like that. So it's like now you still have the 2 days to get there, and it's like, Oh my gosh, it's just crazy.
Oh, it is.
So yeah, and like I told the story last night, we've been waiting 2 weeks for 8-inch zip ties.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can imagine the stress that's causing me because they're 8-inch zip
speaker
ties.
panels, this one.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Honda. We got
Honda.
They'll come in with the Honda, Fords. Yeah. So it's funny because we'll call and I'll be like, okay, do I have this on order? Like I asked him the other day, I was like, hey man, how many zip ties do I have on order? Because what happens is Fernando gives me a list, has all the stuff I need on it, and
wither it away.
And then I call him and I tell him I had 12,000 zip ties on order.
It's not that bad.
At this point, I'll take them all,
yes.
But it's like.
But then
normally we buy them in 1,000, 2,000 at a time.
Yeah. Every week.
Because we can order them every week and it's no big deal. So. At this point, 12,000 is going to be like a stack like this tall.
Of course.
I would be happy if a bag would show up because we got nothing.
We got nothing.
And it's like, got to go to Home Depot.
All right, before we start with the news.
I
just want to say.
I was going to say, we've already started with the news. What do you got? What were you going to say?
Nothing. I just want to say.
Hey.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, and thanks for tuning in.
Boy, Robbie, everybody.
All right,
Thank you.
To our stop. So. That was a bonus. Whatever. So let's get on with it. This is going to evolve as it goes, guys. So kind of work with us here. This is show number 2. All right, show. What we got going on here is Maestro, and in the news with Maestro today, what we have and why it's relevant is they sent me a video the other day, and. Not that one. This one. This is the one I want. Sorry. They sent me a video the other day, and as you guys know, they are a new sponsor of the show. This is their product here, and this is AR. AR is amplifier replacement. So what we have here is a DSR1 and an AR because these are two of the products. This, they're partners with Rockford. This, they make, and of course, they make all these harnesses, which, by the way, make great T-harnesses for installation applications.
That was pretty cool, man.
I know.
It's
because it's early in the morning and I can figure it out. Other than that, no, not a chance. One of the new things that they're doing is, it started with Chrysler, which was the ability to reprogram the radio. That box, the AR, is a smart box. It's made to talk to the car. It's made to read CAN. Mm-hmm. It's made to do things. It's like if you're familiar with alarms, you buy modules for alarms to get the car to do things. It talks to the computer.
Correct.
Well, this is no different. One of the reasons why iData is so successful is because they're in the alarm business. Mm-hmm. They make smart interfaces for alarm systems, as well as that graduated into cars. Now it's graduating, or into radios. Now it's graduating into amplifier replacement integration.
Yep.
Chrysler gave us the ability to reprogram the radio to tell it that it is the factory premium sound system, and to give us that fixed, non-EQ'd, non-variable signal output controlled by the data bus that we can then go into our amplifiers with. So that was a big win for us because, and there again, they're not the people that invented it, they just allow us to do that. But what it gave us is tools to make systems better. That has graduated on into Ford, which we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks. We've done some beta testing for them. We did an Explorer the other day, which we showed there again on 5 Minutes with 5 Star on Instagram. So if you don't follow us there, you should. And the other day we did one in an F-150. So what it allows you to do is take a Ford with the small radio, Ford with the big radio, and reprogram it to a 4-volt output, variable flat, shutting off ANC, shutting off the factory EQ. And this is just the start of this technology and the ability to move forward and do cool things with it. Next coming out, and this is why we're talking about it, is Harley Davidson. So for all the motorcycle guys out there, the Harley Davidson radio is just as bad as everyone else. Meaning Harley motorcycles, you think basic. No, these things are super expensive, which means they're trying to make their systems as the best as possible. Up until now, you've had to buy programmers to reprogram the factory radio. AR is now, in the next couple weeks I should say, will be also Harley Davidson compatible. So you'll be able to buy a DSR1, put it into your Harley, reprogram the Harley to a flat output turn off the EQ, go directly into your DSR1, and do all your cool sounds. You'll also be able to use an AR, meaning if you buy an AR compliant amplifier, you'll be able to use that as well. So all of these little magic things are starting to happen, and I will give you a heads up, the next on the list, the next after the Harley Davidson is released, which there's another, probably next month sometimes, before the end of the year, we're going to see Volkswagen.
Nice.
So if you have a Volkswagen non-amplified system, you'll be able to add in an AR, and there again, it'll use the software to go in and make it a variable. It'll make it flat, make it cool. So that's coming. That's a premature. That's a little nugget that you guys aren't supposed to know about, but we're telling it anyways. The only reason why I can tell you is because they've mentioned it at some other point, which means as long as they've mentioned it, then we're free to tell you because they've already let the cat out of the bag, but they haven't followed up on it. But that's okay. As long as they've said it, we're good. So make sure you head over to iDatalink Maestro, and down here where it says project amplifier replacement, that's what you select from the little box here, and that will let you know, hey, do they have something for my car? And in this case, they just might. Second story of the day. This one is weird, and the only reason why I include this is because this company makes a ton of stuff, and the company is Maxsonic. Maxsonic makes, let me go over to here, let me grab my news. Maxsonic makes a ton of, so Autotek, Crunch, Hyphonics, all these fall under their category. And what they've come out with is a group of amplifiers. Let's just go to them, shall we?
Yeah.
So this is the new line of Autotek amplifiers. Basically what has happened is they've come out with new Crunch amplifiers. I'm sure Hyphonics may follow at some point too. But, oh, sorry about that, guys. What we have is new mini amplifiers. So the not wanting to miss out on the mini amplifier boat, as it were, they've come out with, and they're extremely reasonably priced. As you can see here, you have a 1100.4 for 99 bucks, a 2100 watt subwoofer amplifier, $180, which is pretty much in line with how their price points have been going. So if you're looking for some form of affordable, small footprint amplifier, and you're a fan of the Maxsonic line, know that they are answering your needs, and they're coming out with smaller footprint amplifiers, which, we don't do really anything with those product lines. The only reason why I brought it up is because we have in the past done stuff with those.
Yeah.
Because they're a vendor line, which means almost anybody can carry them.
It doesn't matter. It's car audio.
Yeah.
You guys might be interested on some of this.
Yeah, but what I was going with is their product line up until this point has been surfboards. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. As you know, I like big amplifiers. But it's always a struggle when a guy walks in with a giant 1500 watt amplifier and you're like, really? This? Where do you want me to put it?
Under the seat?
Yeah, so it's nice to see that product line is evolving into something that might actually fit into... I know what you're saying, Robert. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
it is not the same company from back in the 90s. I know.
They know.
I know. And it was one of my... Hyphonics was my first love before Orion. And then, once I kissed Orion, it was over. Well, because at the time, the store I was buying from, that was their brand. So back in the 90s, you liked a car stereo shop. It was the way it's supposed to be now. You liked a car stereo shop, you followed that shop. So,
yeah,
a
course,
lot of
like
people follow
else.
YouTube, 5-star on YouTube or something like that. That is your guy. Those are your guys. Those are your dudes. So, AVE at the time was a Hyphonics dealer. And, before I worked there, which was a dream come true at some point.
Yeah.
Funny how that always works out in the end. They were Hyphonics, and Hyphonics pulled the line and they went to Orion. So in my eyes, they were dead. Hyphonics was dead to me because they no longer supported my store. in the sense that those were my guys. So I fell in love with the next thing, which was Orion. It's like, oh, screw those guys. If they're not going to support my guys, then I'm going to move on to this. And that's how it was back then. There was a lot of, for us anyways, there was a lot of faithful. I don't think so. I think people don't really care as much. I mean, prime example, look at the 911 video we did yesterday, the series that's going on. That guy came here, had us install an amplifier, and because he was in a hurry, he went and paid the competitor to have them put it in.
But back in the day, that was not this. That was not, let me search and find out.
Because
that was just magazines, and it's like, oh, I see a cool picture. I want something like this. You call, and they say, don't worry, bring your car. We do it.
Yeah, but back then, dude, I'm telling you, it was different. You lived and died by the company you had your work done by. I mean, there was no shopping. You would never think to go to a competitor because you could get $5 off.
That's what I'm saying, because that was no this. Right now, we have
things
this, and it's like, oh, wow, these guys can do this? I go.
Right, well, things have changed.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
things are, the whole, and that's part of the problem with this industry, is that it has changed to what you're talking about, and people don't, a lot of these stores don't get that. You know, the old guys like myself that believed in loyalty and commitment and building relationships. You
have to go with the evolution.
Now is the only loyalty there is will you save me $5 if I come to your store? And it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain people, as we know, like this red Mustang here. He drove from across the state to have us do his Mustang.
And
so yes, that's.
Hey man,
but he's coming here because he knows what he's gonna get, because he's seen the end result. So if you know what team is gonna win, that's the team you're gonna bet on. Yeah. You know, so we give you the ability to see what your end result is going to be. Therefore, you come here and let us build up to the. So there's no surprise. Like when we open that trunk, he's not going to be like, "Oh my God, that's an awesome wiring job."
Yep.
He knows he's going to get that. That's why he drove here. So we got off topic. Understandable.
All right, let's go back.
But that takes us to the halfway point. How do we want to give this away? Dean, your shirt is vintage. So the problem is that we got a batch of these that didn't quite take, and the shirts are just so damn comfortable. I mean, they're really hard. Would you agree?
Yeah.
These are some of like.
Oh yeah.
I put it on this morning. And I was like, I shouldn't wear this. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, very much.
So how do you want to give this away?
I was thinking the same thing. Who was the first one in comment?
Okay, well you go figure that out. And loyalty. Brand loyalty matters before. Yes, it did before. It doesn't now. So Fernando's gonna go back, and can you do it on there?
Let me find out.
All right. So we'll take a quick break. Everyone, take a drink of their beverage. I got Michael. Is that the same?
I got Michael.
Is that the same guy from last week? He's the same guy?
No. The other one that was David.
Oh, David was last week?
Yeah.
So Michael was the first guy?
Michael, he only says, Michael, you don't have a picture.
Michael, I drive from ATL to work on my car. Michael, yes, right there.
The winner.
You won. To shoot, I drive from ATL to let you work on my car. You really don't have to. There are some good guys in Atlanta that we know.
Yes, they are. They are pretty good ones.
Biscuit and all those guys over
But
there.
if you want to...
But yeah, we're not going to stop you because we got plenty of clients from Atlanta. I understand.
Yep.
Michael, you are the winner of the mug because you were the first one here. So what that means is I need you to send me an email to the email Car Stereo Talk. So Car Stereo Talk at yahoo.com. Send me an email with Michael, and I will get that out to you. I haven't started shipping them yet because we have a couple of these to give away. So I'm gonna, if you guys are like, why not give it a couple weeks, because we're gonna have 4 of these to ship out. I have to get boxes and all that fun stuff. But you will get your Ground Zero mug. Michael, you are the winner. Now we're gonna go to the top story because, like all things news, things change. And no doubt when we start talking, things change. And that brings us to this story right here. Mobile Electronics 2020 Industry Awards.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so excited. If any of you guys got up early this morning and caught the show today, this is kind of the theme for the day, but we're gonna take a little different spin on it on the news show. What the Industry Awards are is, if you're in industry, you do this for a living, whether you're a retailer or an installer, There's also for suppliers, reps, and all those other fun things, but we won't get into that because that's specifically industry. But it's Tazi. What that allows you to do is you make a video, you submit it, and it gets judged. And the top 50 get 2020 winners. They get this. So you get to be in this group here, top 50 installers of 2020. Now, the reason why this is important in this news is that one of the main questions we get on the other channel is, hey man, do you guys know anybody here? Hey man, do you guys know anybody there? And the answer is, we might, but we don't know. This is a spectacular resource for you guys to find great installers in your area. Because these are the guys that took the time to say, my work has value and I do a good job, I'm proud of what I do, and the retailers behind them are like, yes, you do great work, submit your video, because you have to have the store be like, yeah, because it's a whole circle of life thing. If you could have great installers working in crappy stores, and then you just have crappy installers because they're the business owners like, do this, hurry.
Yeah. It's all about money.
Yeah. And it doesn't give the installer the time to do the job right. Now keep in mind, to do the job right typically costs more than doing the job wrong. I know that's like weird, but what this means is that if you search this list here, you're going to find 50 of the top installers in your area. Now that is not to say there aren't other installers that are equally as good that did make videos, but this is just an easy list to where you might be able to find an installer. Now if you scroll down, you have the top 50 retailers. There again, if they're a top 50 retailer and they don't have a top 50 installer, chances are some of their installers just didn't want to do it. But a retailer, a top 50 retailer is the same thing as finding a good installer. That means that they have values and that they push them through to the customer. So this is a great resource for you guys to use to find retailers in your area. Now, some of you might say top 50 or top 20 sales guys. Well, the thing is that in this world of internet searching and watching things on the internet, finding a sales guy that actually knows what the hell he's talking about, well, it's kind of hard. So using this list, especially if you're a DIY guy and want to do it yourself, talking to one of these guys can help you out a lot because they're going to point you in the right direction. They might help you find what it is you're missing, that little puzzle piece, that little nugget of information that you need in order to finish your system. So this is important, and that's why we're talking about it in the top news story today. Now, guess whose name is on this list right there?
Mine. This is a big deal, like, for the industry. So
this is a huge deal for the industry.
So if you actually supporting the industry of the car audio, just go to the website, check the names, the retailers, the salesmen.
Where's your name?
Support them. Yeah, I didn't make it.
You made it.
No. Yeah,
look, there it is right there. Alphabetical order. There's Fernando's name right there. So we're both on the list. I know that sounds totally surprising. We made it. We did the work. We did the time. If you want to see our submission videos, that's the video of the day today. We talk about it. Now, one other little piece of fun and excitement on this list is supporting your hometown hero or your favorite YouTuber.
There you go.
I know, shameless plug there.
Yeah.
So what this means is that you can vote. So right over here, if you go to voting open, if you're a consumer, which a lot of you guys are, we like to call them fans or friends, as it were. Consumer voting. So what this allows you to do is you can go in and you can vote for your favorite installer. So whether it be us or somebody else, you then can support them. You can support your favorite retailer. So if you're like, hey, I live up in Rockville, Maryland, and or somewhere in that general area, because you guys like to drive up there like far distances, and you're like, oh, Absolute Electronics is on the list. I want to vote for those guys.
Yeah.
You can do that. So there's plenty of guys to choose from. So by all means, I please recommend getting out there and voting. And of course, if you vote, it'll actually make somebody's day.
Yes.
And the nice thing about this is that it actually matters, somewhat. So this is a very important thing. Now this happens every year. Just to give some other backstory on it, last year I ran. There's 2 categories I ran in. One was trusted tech, so you had top 5 trusted techs. I made it into that list, and then they had top 12 installers, and thankfully I made it into that list too. So this year we're hoping to repeat, or at least get close. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But it is you guys out there, both in industry and out of industry, that make this stuff possible.
Yeah.
If you are in industry and want to vote, you have the same thing. The nice thing about being in industry is you get 2 votes.
Oh,
so
really?
you can nominate 2 people, which is cool because I'm just saying there's 2 of us. Okay, shameless plug. Where's Paul? Paul doesn't do anything. So he doesn't want to enter the store, and he doesn't want to enter as a sales guy. So you actually have to do work in order to do this, and not everyone is down for filming a video and talking to the camera and doing all that fun stuff. If you want to get it, like I said, if you want to get an example of what it takes in order to do this, go ahead and watch our video. I don't know why I said go ahead. Please watch our videos today, and you'll see Fernando did an excellent job. And all I have to say is candies. You've got to have candies.
Yeah, you have to, man. You need that sugar in the morning, afternoon, and at night.
Why do you need sugar at night?
I don't know.
Shout out to Paul. Paul.
Yeah, shout out to Paul.
I gotta vote for Fernando. He's cuter than you. Do you have a girlfriend? Have her vote for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm cuter than you.
A vote for greatness.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Man.
So,
thank you. So thank you guys for supporting the show, supporting everything, and now we just ask you for one more thing. You go to the website, vote, and like we said yesterday, you don't have to vote for us. You can go and vote for whatever you feel, but vote for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't be modest. Dean is vice president in this case. Okay, I mean, if we're talking like Dick Cheney to George Bush, I mean,
This is our
okay.
This is our state right here.
Yeah.
Just 4 walls.
The evil guy in the
That's
background
it.
that takes care of all the. All right, guys, that is the news as promised. We hope that you enjoyed today's show. I know it's already over. It's been quick. We want to thank you guys. We'd like to thank Ground Zero for being a sponsor of these first couple shows. I'd like to thank iData for sponsoring the wall.
Nice.
Consequently, the 2, whatever. You guys get it. It'll be fun. We have new sponsorships coming. Of course, new giveaways and fun stuff like that. I think this channel is a great place to do giveaways. We'll see how it goes because it's still small and we still get to have fun.
Why not?
I don't know. But that's it for today.
Thank you so much,
Don't forget,
guys.
tomorrow on the other channel is Saturday, so that means we're going to take all your questions over there on the YouTubes, on the 5-Star channel. We'll have lots of fun. Join us later today on the Instagram, where we'll do a wrap-up of this Mustang we've been working on for the last couple days. It is almost done and ready for a tune. Thank God. We'll give you an overview of what we did in this. So. Make sure you follow us on 5-Star over there on Instagram, and stay tuned. You can find us on Instagram TV as well, and that is where we post all our daily fun stuff. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys back here on YouTube on the other channel tomorrow.
Michael won the mug.
Show number 2 is in the can.
All right, guys.
We put a number 2 in the can.
Have 2 accounts. Have 2 accounts. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
On to the next one, guys.